museum gardens. Okay, so we're going to do this morning. We're going to do a body scan, as we will be doing on Tuesdays from now on. A body awareness meditation, and what can I say about that I haven't said already hundreds of times? It's just a way of firstly settling ourselves down, and secondly, it's a way of creating mindfulness or awareness. We spend so much time zipping off into the future or dropping back into the past, or worrying or planning or just having views. We call it prapancha in Buddhism, this busy chattering mind all the time. So we miss our lives, we miss this moment all the time. So one of the benefits of body awareness meditation is it brings us back into the present moment. It gives our busy mind something to concentrate on, looking at the sensations in the body, feeling what the body feels like. So as we go through the body, we just try and notice what we can notice without pushing ourselves too hard. We try and relax, and that relaxing allows things to happen. And one of the things that happens is that the mind starts to be quite less intrusive in a way. The more we can be in our bodies, the less intrusive the mind is. So one of the important practices in meditation and Buddhism is to come down into the body and try and be aware of the body as much as possible, and aware of what the body's doing and how it feels. So that's all we're doing, but it's a very powerful meditation to keep doing, because it trains us away from being caught up too much in the mind. Okay, well, we'll begin in the usual way, just settling in, just arriving in the meditation and noticing how you feel right now. What's going on for you in the whole of your being right now? Mentally, emotionally, and physically. So we'll start with the mentally. Just how are you feeling? Are you feeling good or not so good? A bit oppressed? A bit scattered? Is it pleasant or unpleasant? Your mental state. And whatever it is, just acknowledging it as it is. It's okay as it is. We're not going to judge it or try and change it instantly. We're just accepting how we are, where we're starting from. And how are we emotionally? And of course, this connects with the mental state. But emotionally, we might be feeling happy or sad, disappointed, angry, upset. Any one of hundreds of combinations of those. So again, just acknowledging how you are emotionally, positive or negative, pleasant or unpleasant, and just allowing that to be as it is, with kindness. And then moving into our bodies, noticing the sensations, particularly the sensations from the chest downwards. What are they like? Are they pleasant or unpleasant? So we're not trying to label these as emotions or label the sensations as anything other than sensations. If we can keep them just as sensations in the body, then it really helps our emotions and our mental states to be more positive, even if the feelings in the body are not very pleasant. So just acknowledging the general state of the body sensations. If they're pleasant, that's lovely. Just being with those pleasant sensations without trying to hang on to them too much. If there's pain or discomfort, just having a kindly view of that. Breathing into it and relaxing around it, not trying to judge it or push it away. So accepting whatever we're finding in our body right now with complete friendliness and goodwill and kindness. Noticing the weight of our body on the chair or cushion. Allowing whatever we're sitting or lying on to hold us, and just giving up our weight to that. Letting it hold us. Noticing contact with the floor, the bed, or the chair we're sitting in, or the cushion. Just really noticing what happens at the point of contact between our body and whatever we're sitting or lying on. And homing in now on the breathing. The breath coming in and out of the body. The chest rising and falling. And the shoulders rising and falling as well with the breath. Rising on the in-breath, dropping on the out-breath. Just allowing any tension or achiness to drop away on each out-breath. As the shoulders drop, just letting go. And then on the next out-breath, letting go a little bit more. Just relaxing on each out-breath. And we're going to start by moving up the back of the head. So the shoulders and the neck, they might feel a little bit achy. There might be tension there or tightness. If there is, try and breathe into it. Just have a sense of acceptance towards any discomfort. Breathe into it, relax into it. Allow it to soften, particularly on the out-breath. We're not trying to get rid of it. If there's any tension there, we're just trying to have a kindly attitude towards it, and it will moderate. Moving up the back of the head to the crown of the head, and noticing the scalp if you can. Can you feel your scalp? Slight tightness stretched across the boniness of the head. Quite subtle. So if you can't notice any of these things, don't worry. You might notice things that I can't, or it may take time to notice particular feelings. But there is a tightness at the top of the head. Skin stretched across the skull. Moving round to the forehead. And just noticing if you're frowning in any way. And if you are, just allowing any lines on your forehead to drop away. Just letting the forehead relax, soften, soft and relaxed. And the face as well. You may well find you're holding your face in some way. Just letting any effort in the face drop. Letting the muscles relax. Even letting the skin sag. There's nobody watching us. Letting the eyes be soft behind the eyelids. The tongue just resting in the mouth and the jaw slightly open, slightly dropped. And just relaxing the whole of the face now. Moving down the throat, noticing what you can notice there. To the shoulders again. And moving down the back of the body. The upper back, moving with the breath, as are the sides of the body, constantly rising and falling. Can you notice the spine on the back? The vital part of our body, but it's not easy to feel. Can you feel anything? Maybe something vague? It's a bit of a challenge. And noticing the lower back. Back full of strong muscles holding us upright. And also prone to achiness. So again, if you've any discomfort in the back, just being kind to it. Breathing into it. Allowing it to soften. Down to the bottom. And the contact with the chair or the bed, the floor, the cushion. Can you feel your sitting bones under the padded bits? These are much sharper feeling. Parts of the bony structure of the hips. So if you can feel the sitting bones, can you feel anything in the hips? It's quite challenging. You might just be able to feel a presence of something there, a sense of hardness, boniness. So we're going to move down the back of the legs now, beginning with the hamstrings, this big muscle group at the top of the back of the legs. Probably quite relaxed. Can you notice anything there? Maybe tingling, sense of energy maybe? Moving down to the calf muscles. Can you feel them? If you can't feel them, maybe you can feel any clothing brushing against them. Or if you're lying down, the contact with whatever you're lying on. Or the air on the skin. We're just noticing what we can notice. And staying open to what we can't. Down to the Achilles tendon and the heel. Just seeing if you can feel your way into them. And the sole of the foot. You might feel clothing on the sole of your foot. If you're sitting on a chair, maybe you've got contact with the floor. So they're quite strong feelings. But beyond that, there is the feeling of the sole of the foot itself. A really strong tingling, lots of aliveness and energy. Can you feel that? If you really concentrate on the sole of the foot, really home in on it, relaxing in a relaxed way. And then noticing the breath coming and going. Can you imagine that it's your feet that are breathing? You're breathing in through the sole of the foot. Breathing out through the sole of the foot. Can you feel the aliveness, the energy? And you might even notice that the rhythm of the breath is there, right in the foot, in the sole of the foot. This coming and going, breathing in, breathing out. moving to the toes now, the big toe and the littler toes. And you feel probably the big toes relatively easy to feel, I guess. I find it difficult to feel each individual smaller toe. Just experimenting, seeing what you can feel. Maybe wiggling your toes if you can't feel them very much. And moving up to the top of the foot. Definite sensations here, but they're different to the sole of the foot in subtle ways. Maybe that's me, maybe it's the same for you. Just noticing what you can feel. And moving up to the ankle. More bony structure. Can you feel anything in the ankle? You certainly feel it if you knock your ankle, don't you? Can you feel anything when your ankle's feeling okay? Up the shin bone, same thing as the ankle. What can you feel? If you can't feel the bone itself, you might feel the skin around it and any clothing again that's touching it. Moving up to the knee, more bone and gristle. Can you feel anything in the knee? It might be quite general sense of feeling, or it might be specific. What's your experience of the knee? And moving up to the top of the legs, the quadriceps, another big set of muscles. If you're sitting, they might be, or cross-legged or kneeling, they might be a little bit tight. They're being used when we stretch our legs. If you're lying, not so much. Just noticing what you can notice here. And moving up the front of the body. So we get lots and lots of physical sensations in the upper body and the front. And we also get lots of, they're also physical sensations, but they are expressions of our mental states or whatever emotional state we're in. So it's good to just try and detach ourselves from the emotional or mental state and just be with the raw feeling in the front of the body. And this is changing all the time. Sometimes it's pleasant, sometimes it's unpleasant, and sometimes it's neither, just in between. So bearing that in mind, what does it feel like in the belly? Is it pleasant or unpleasant sensations there? And whatever they are, just having a sense of acceptance and kindness towards them. Enjoying any pleasurable sensations and just holding any uncomfortable sensations, just allowing them to be. And the same in the abdomen, above the belly. Just noticing that. And the chest area. What can you feel there? And sometimes there's a tightness in the chest, sense of tension, or it might be completely relaxed. It's being sense of kindness towards it, whatever it is. It helps to relax the front of the body if we just notice that we're breathing in and out in the front of the body, just as we're breathing in and out from everywhere else. Not literally, of course, but the front of the body moves with the breath. Seems to pull the breath in and then let it go. So we're moving back up to the shoulders now, just noticing how they are. However they are, they're okay. And moving down the arms, the upper arms and the lower arms. Just noticing what you can feel there. Maybe tingling or aliveness, energy, vibration. It's a very personal experience. And then homing in on the wrist, on the inner wrist. Can you feel your pulse? You may or may not be able to, but if you can't, just staying open to that. If you can, just relaxing into the sensations of the pulse. And moving on to the hands, noticing the whole of the hands to begin with. For me, they feel like a mass of energy, mass of feelings. Maybe that may be different for you, that's okay. You may feel things I don't. I'm noticing the back of the hands now. What do they particularly feel like? You can't always describe feelings, can you? But just noticing without trying to give it a name, noticing what the sensation feels like. Then the palm of the hands, tingling, warmth, dampness maybe. And the fingertips. Lots and lots of energy in the fingertips, aliveness, tingling, vibrations maybe. And finally broadening out the whole of our experience of the body. Right from the top of the head down to the soles of the feet. Just noticing how the whole of the body feels now. Maybe noticing if the whole of the body is responding to the breath. And just relaxing with this experience. I'm going to ring the bell in a moment to bring the meditation to an end. And when I do, as always, just taking your time and being gentle with yourself. Well, there we are. That's it for Tuesday morning. Welcome to Janine, Rachel, Catherine, Barbara and Jonathan, who joined us after we started. Good to see you all. And thank you all for coming. Unfortunately, there won't be a morning cup of meditation at 11 this morning because Kate's away and I'm in a meeting every Tuesday morning, so I can't make it. But I'll be back again tomorrow at 8. And we'll be doing some kind of metta bhavana, a loving kindness meditation, probably for ourselves. That's what we usually do on a Wednesday. And then I'll be back at 11 tomorrow for the morning cuppa. And just a reminder that on Saturday we have a meeting in the museum gardens at 11:15 to 12 o'clock. Just by round the corner from St Mary's Abbey, in between St Mary's Abbey and the Artist Garden, at the back of the art gallery. And bring a chair if you want to come. Bring a chair, or something to sit on, and we'll have a bit of meditation and a really good chance to chat to each other in real time, not in virtual time. So those of you that can make it and would like to make it and that are local to York, it would be great to see you. Okay, have a good day, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you again very soon. Lots of love to you.